Okay, I'm very busy. Hey guys, how y'all doing? All right. I want to say a special hello to David Wiggins. I want to say a special hello to Nikki Justice and Mr. David Johnson, my great deal. Okay, so I'm Kathy. They call me Cat Coco. That's my YouTube tag. As far as Facebook, Maria Nala, Kathy, Cat Coco, pick one. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm always the same. Okay, it's just the name that changes. I have reasons for that as well. But I haven't been on Facebook in a few days and taking a break, taking a breather. Actually, highly engaged, I would like to say, in grassroots activity. Now, I saw the posting, and I noticed that they're marching to the White House. And as far as the young man, Munir, I don't want to do your name any harm, Munir Bahar, I know that you're young. You've got to be a young person. A person is probably easy to influence, perhaps, and that's not saying anything negative about you. I'm not even here to bash anyone, but I like to say that I am here to support what I deem to be my newfound friends. David Wiggins has helped me a great deal, and not more so helped me, but he just led me to the means of helping myself and my brother. And he did not have to do that. And I kept looking for him to support me all the way through this particular ordeal. But he had already done that when he had given me a certain amount of information. So when I was ready, I used that information and found out it was the best thing that I could have ever done, or he could have ever done for me, to empower me to do for my brother. Okay, so marching to the White House is redundant from my perspective. How many times have we marched to the White House? I was a little girl. If I'm not mistaken, I think that, that was Martin Luther King, that was his stance, marching to the White House. And that's not taking anything from him. He's a beautiful man. And everybody do what they do the way they do it. The 300 concept, is it the 300 of you guys? I'm not really sure how that went. I try to get as much of it as I possibly could, but all I can give is my experience. Been around for a while, and when I research in depth. I go places where some people dare not to go. And I also try to follow those that are also researchers, informants, and usually these type of information gatherers, they don't need an entourage, and they definitely don't need let me do it this way, because what I did do, I took Mr. Bahar, yeah, that's right, and I just want to read some things that were posted on your webpage, and we are men in touch with our sense of responsibility. Now, what I want to do is take the opportunity, I'm very semantic, to break down the word responsibility, okay? Responding with ability. Responding with ability. This situation in regards to the trauma that our kids are going through mentally is mental genocide. Okay, now, my stance would be, rather than to march all the way to Washington, I might want to negotiate. If I had to sit with anyone at all, it would be those who are influencing this behavior via media. It has been going on for quite some time. Back in the day, we came up on hip-hop, the original hip-hop. It was anti-government, Public Enemy, okay, NWA. We came up on anti-government, in your face, fuck the police type rap, you know. And, of course, that had to be annihilated. So what they did, they, as Kanye West calls it out, they coonified rap. Because when you got your pants hanging off your butt and this and that and the third and this and that and the third, our children, the ones the police are not killing, okay, the ones that are killing one another are emulating gangster rap. They're teenagers. Teenagers, if anyone knows anything about childhood development, that's a very vulnerable stage of one's life. They're the most confused individuals. They're the most isolated individuals in their mind. They're very insecure and they're very impressionable. Okay? All of this is strategized. None of this is by accident. So I feel that the gentlemen who own Lil Wayne and all of these Chateau type slaves, these should be the ones that are addressed. And not only that, but the rappers themselves. Because let me tell you, Rick Ross, that's a hot mess. That's a whole hot mess, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the fact that you are quoting, you know, responsibility, but that it doesn't sound to me like you're responding with the ability. Are you informed enough to respond with ability? Okay, are you able to make a difference? Because marching to Washington, we all know that if marching to Washington was the answer, we wouldn't be in the place that we're in today. It's just that simple. Okay, I want to move further. And to be a source of protection in our communities, first of all, where we're fighting at is the hood. Communities are environments where people are collaborating, where people own their own stores, where people are filtering the dollar amongst themselves, where they're economically sound. Okay, so what we're talking about, communities and hoods are two different things. You know, crack cocaine has made our communities hoods. We're in the hood. Okay, so when you talk about to be a source of protection in our communities, and communities require cohesion, at this particular zeitgeist, nobody wants to be in cohesion with those that are killing them. I don't apologize for saying that. And then they got you marching. Do you know they go home to dinner and sit with their steak and their children and their wives and just laugh at you? We got some more niggas marching. They're going to march to the White House. How long have we been doing that? And it has done nothing. It has gotten us nowhere. You know, I have the tendency to agree with Mr. David Johnson Sr. Grassroots is where it's at. I have seen firsthand the damage that has been done to millions of children by engaging myself for like 12 years in therapeutic foster care. And it took me a minute to understand that there was nothing that I could do for them because they were brain damaged. before they even came out into the world. They assured that they were done. Their neurons, their frontal lobe, their perceptions, everything all just totally wrecked. By the time they become a teenager, they're guaranteed trouble. Troubled individuals. So this here is deeper than anything you can imagine. It's deeper than anything you can imagine. And if you thoroughly do your research, you would understand the joke that's being played on you in the 300 t-shirt. Okay? Because to be a sense of, to bring a community together, just as Michelle Alexander explained, that she was busy fighting the whole financial thing of, I'm trying to think of this term here, where though you can jumpstart if you're a minority to go to college, affirmative action, you know, which we're not the only ones that's using it. The Mexicans are using it, white people are using it, and all you have to do is just go to a school that's dominantly opposing to who you are. So she was busy doing that, and she kept venturing through New York, and she would see posters, you know, of mass incarceration and how they were streamlining black men to prison with the cocaine